Hello legends, welcome to the channel. Today we check out this LEKATO Delay Studio. Let's check out the specs. So we have a delay with 9 modes, as you can see in this knob. These modes will remind you of the Strymon timeline because we have analog, dual, DAC, trem, reverse, D-tape, ice, lo-fi and pattern. We can find these algorithms or gear, as LEKATO call them, in the timeline also. We have 6 knobs here in the front panel. We have a time knob which will set up the time of the delay. We have the mode, so here you can change which kind of delay mode. We have the feedback, which is the amount of repeats. The mix will set up the volume of the repeats and the dry signal, and then we have very special knobs. One is called parameter, and depending on the mode we are using will have a different effect. We will see this later. And then we'll have modulation, which adds a different kind of modulation depending on each gear that we use. We have an input and output. We have a foot switch that feels very solid and acts as a hold also, so it makes like a freeze when you push it. We will also hear this later. And we can power this pedal in 2 ways. We have the standard 9 volts center negative that requires 300 milliamps to work, and we also have this mini USB, 5 volt mini USB, and the pedal also requires 300 milliamps in this setting. Very cool. So you can actually power it with 2 options. If you have a large power supply, and most of modern power supplies already have USB outs, so if you have 9 pedals and you're already using all the outputs, you can power this via USB. So very nice touch. Overall the pedal feels super solid. The foot switch is very solid. The knobs feel nice. My only concern is the mode or the gear switch. So this is supposed to be a rotary. It is actually a rotary, but we can barely hear any click or anything. It feels almost linear. So while I was shooting this video, the sound demo, I was struggling to find where was I, if I was in the one below or the one up, because it seems like it stays in between and doesn't feel solid. So that would be a con from my side. This knob is not great, although the rest of the pods and the switch and the jacks and the power input feels super solid and super nice. The pedal is sadly not stereo, so we said before that we have the same names as in the timeline. Will the quality in sound will be somehow close to it? Let's have a look, let's listen to them. So let's have a look at the gear 1. I will use the manual for this because there is a lot of information, okay? Excuse me. So we have the gear 1 is the analog, okay? And as per the name, it's going for an analog delay sound. The interesting thing here, the mode knob, which is this one, will change the pitch of the repeat, okay? That's very cool. You will listen to it in a moment. And the parameter knob will add a phaser to the delay. Let's listen to it. Let's go to the gear 2. We have the dual, and basically it's making like a dual repetition. The mod knob will add chorus and change the speed, and the parameter knob will change the time lag between the two repeats, so we'll make the spacing bigger or more even. Let's listen to it. Gear 3, in this case we have a DAC setting. Basically DAC adds a noise gate to the sound, so it triggers when you stop playing. And the mod will add chorus, and will change the chorus speed as before, and the parameter, it's editing something called unpack. Basically it makes the transition from the lower volume to the higher volume smoother as you turn it up. Gear number 4. In this case we have trem, and as per the name it adds a tremolo to the delay. Okay, the mod will change the chorus again, and the parameter will change the tremolo speed. Gear number 5. We have reverse here, and this is another con of this pedal, okay? Reverse is supposed to do like this, like you play a line and then the delay repeats it the other way around. In this case, it doesn't work like that. It glitches, it's not sounding clean, it's not sounding clear. So for me this algorithm could be the worst part of the pedal. The mod knob will change the pitch like in the first algorithm, so the pitch of the repeat, and the parameter knob will add a phaser, exactly like in the analog setting. So for what I can see, this can be like the analog setting but the other way around with a not so good effect. Let's listen to it. Gear 6, we have the D-tape. This is my favorite setting in this pedal. Basically it's imitating a tape delay with that warm, analog, kind of glitchy repeats. I love it, it's great. In this case the mod will add a chorus and change the chorus again, and the parameter knob will add grid. Grid, I think it's the how the tape degrades over time. So with the lower setting you will have a newer tape, with the higher setting you will have an older tape, so it will sound more glitchy with more grit and more edge to it. Let's listen to it. Gear 7, we have ice. How to describe ice? Ice for me is the shimmer of the delay universe. So basically it adds repeats with a high pitch effect, kind of ethereal effect. It's really cool also in this pedal. It's my second favorite setting in this pedal. The mod knob will work with the chorus again, and the parameter knob will change the pitch. In this case it's very drastic. If you turn it a bit up, it starts to get ice peaky and super pungent in the air. Gear 8, we have lo-fi. How to describe lo-fi? Lo-fi for me sounds like the D-tape setting on steroids. So basically it's the same concept. You get that warmth, that glitchy effect, but over the top. The mod knob will control the chorus and the parameter knob will control the grid. So basically it's the same as in the D-tape, but way more exaggerated. And last but not least, we have the pattern. And the pattern for me is something also like the dual setting, the second setting, but with more repeats. So you can create patterns. The mod in this case will act again with the chorus, and the parameter will change the spacing of these repeats. So that way you can create patterns. Let's listen to it. Alright, so we checked all the sounds in this pedal. Please let me know in the comments, what do you think? And do you think it gets even close to the Timeline in some ways? We have to know that this pedal cost 49 euro, dollars, in that range, okay? And I think it's quite good for the price. Might be one of the cheapest delays with several options. Of course, you have cheapest delays with one setting, but with 9 different algorithms, I think it's cool. I would definitely install this pedal in my small pedal board because it has a lot of usable settings, like the D-tape. It's great, and I think I will use it just as a tape delay. It sounds freaking cool. That's been all, guys. You can get a link to the pedal in the description, so be sure to check it. And I hope you like the video, you subscribe, you give me a like, all those things that we usually ask for. And thanks to LEKATO for sending this pedal over to me to have a test. And I will see you in the next video. Ciao!